Let's start off with a check of your forecast first. Elisa, we can always tell in Branson when it's raining because there's a nice little reflection on the roads over there.
Yeah, we've got some wet roads there this morning where we had some moderate rain this morning. It is 54 degrees on some lighter winds. We've got some light showers that are moving in, which is why we're finding a couple of wet roads. The rain has been pretty light in Springfield. I had some sprinkles earlier this morning. We've got the clouds coming in and a couple of light showers. We'll find some showers and thunderstorms increasing coverage later on today. It's 48 degrees in Fort Leonard Wood, 49 in Mountain Grove, and 56 degrees in Monette this morning. So some wet roads will be possible today. It's not going to be a washout of a day, but we'll have some spotty showers and thunderstorms as we head through the afternoon. So if you're waiting for a package, your package would be wet out there today with some of those shower chances becoming healthier by this afternoon and evening. Now with these thunderstorms, we do have a threat of severe weather, healthiest back to the south and west. If we grow enough fuel for these thunderstorms, we're mainly looking at a threat of quarter-size hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds. You can see the isolated tornado threat is healthiest to the south and west, especially northwest Arkansas. For us locally, we're looking at hail up to the size of quarters and some 60-mile-per-hour winds as the main threat for us. Locally, heavy rain would also be an issue. So some showers out there today with some cloud cover. Then we'll have the front come through with some showers and thunderstorms by this evening. It clears by midnight, but we'll have some wraparound showers into tomorrow morning. That would be sub-severe, just some light rain there. That clears by tomorrow afternoon. We'll have the clouds try to slowly clear behind that, and temperatures will be cooler in the lower 60s. And now we could find 1 to 2 inches of rain, pretty widespread again. So that would bring back that minor flooding threat for any low water crossings that are already pretty saturated. So showers and thunderstorms this afternoon and evening. If enough fuel develops, we'll have some severe storms with 60-mile-per-hour winds and quarter-size hail. Any locally heavy rain would lead to some minor flooding. Some of these showers will linger early on Saturday. Then we'll have some clouds in the afternoon and cooler highs in the lower 60s. The better half of the weekend is on Sunday. Mostly sunny and 70 degrees. Going to be really nice and beautiful on Sunday. We increase clouds again on Monday ahead of our next storm system. That brings us some showers and storms by Tuesday. Notice temperatures stay pretty warm. The overnight lows in the 40s and 50s and the daytime highs in the 60s and 70s. Joe, Lauren.
New for you this morning, the Drew Lewis Foundation is expanding the services it provides to people struggling with hunger. Color 10's Nyjah McDonald stopped by the nonprofit to see the group's efforts firsthand and is back with us this morning to share what she found. Nyjah.
Well, good morning, Lauren. Amy Blanzett is the CEO of the Drew Lewis Foundation and says the organization is helping the best way it knows how by providing sustainable and nutritious meals to those who need it most. Blanzett says as the need for food has more than doubled in just the last few weeks. Now, she says through recent partnerships, the group is able to distribute 20 to 30 pounds of food per carload each week. Blanzett says while it's humbling to be able to meet a community need, she says it's also sad to know the need is that great right now. The group was able to provide a source of protein to families this week in addition to its normal food items. However, getting to the food is not easy for some, which is why Kelsey Scott of the Ozarks Regional YMCA says the nonprofit partnered with the Drew Lewis Foundation to help deliver meals.
With our school age services food van, since our school sites have shut down, unfortunately it's just sitting there, so we had the ability to lend a helping hand and we took advantage of that. I feel like with the Northwest neighborhood in Grant Beach, you know, that's a population that sometimes kind of falls through. These are individuals who have jobs, who do work, but that are right at that income level where any sort of setback can really hurt them financially, and so it's really awesome just to be a part of helping them out each week.
Well, according to Feeding America, more than 42,000 people in Greene County face food insecurity. Now, the food giveaway takes place every Thursday beginning at 4 p.m.
And now an update from Color 10 News on the coronavirus.
Time for a morning check on those numbers. Locally here in Greene County, it has first reported its first positive case in a week. Recoveries, though, are up to 50 people total. There are 35 active cases right now. In Missouri, the state health department reports over 6,300 cases and 218 deaths. The state of Missouri does not report daily recovery numbers. In Arkansas, the health department says there are nearly 2,600 cases and 45 deaths. Along with that is 922 recoveries.
Springfield Mayor Ken McClure recently loosened restrictions on non-essential businesses allowing online sales and curbside service, but some businesses that provide hands-on services remain closed and say these past few weeks have not been easy. Getting your nails done or your hair done requires technicians to be very close to you. They still have to pay bills, and the store's rent, utilities, and insurance bills are piling up, even though they are not making any money. One business even said they're losing up to almost 6 figures during this shutdown, but they're hopeful things will start to get back to normal soon.
This is going to go down in history as one of the worst moments in our life, and it's a really defining moment to realize the power of the human connection and how it's affecting everyone mentally and spiritually.
It's been scary, but I am hopeful that we're going to pull through this and be better on the other side.
So far, businesses, even like salons, are expected to open on May 4th.
Bass Pro is one of Springfield's largest retailers and is back in business, but on a limited basis. It's now doing curbside pickups for its store on Campbell. Assistant GM Pete Ducros says that they have had big waves of customers to pick up merchandise just yesterday. They're also allowing people to come into the store on a limited basis to buy firearms and other gun accessories. They're requiring social distancing in that department, and Ducros says it's been nice to get some people back to work.
We were able to bring a lot of the associates that hadn't been able to work and help with the online orders. We were able to get a lot of them to come back and help fill these orders that are now being placed online and curbside pickup. In addition, some of the hunting department that wasn't able to help customers before, they're now helping customers with the shooting accessories and firearm sales.
Now, as far as next steps, they'd like to allow more customers back into the store, but want to work with the city and state on their direction of how to do that moving forward.
Here's what's happening around America. Tyson says it's pausing production at another one of its plants, this one in Washington state, after health officials say more than 100 plant workers here tested positive for COVID-19. The daughter of one of the workers says her father died from the virus. Officials say they will work with the company to test more than 1,400 workers. The employees are now being asked to self-isolate at home until those results are in.
And we move on to some news around the world for you. As many as 91 crew members of an Italian cruise ship are now infected with coronavirus after 43 of them tested positive today. The question now is how and when they will return to their home countries. Those who are not in critical condition will remain on the ship. Authorities are still trying to finish tests on nearly 300 crew members.
Authorities have closed 2 of 13 hotels used to treat coronavirus patients in Spain. More than 89,000 of its 213,000 coronavirus cases have recovered. Last week, the country began easing its lockdown measures, allowing people who cannot work from home to go back to work.
And we've got a quick traffic alert for you in Branson. One westbound lane of traffic will be closed on a portion of the Branson Hills Parkway today. This will happen between Lake Hills Drive and Stone Valley Drive from 8 to 11 a.m. Crews will be replacing damaged signage there. Drivers should slow down and watch for workers in the area if you're driving by in those hours.
In more local news, one person has died following a single vehicle accident in Lawrence County. 55-year-old John Young of Aurora was pronounced dead on scene. The crash report says Young was driving 4 miles east of Sarcoxie when his car ran off the road and hit a bridge. It overturned and came to stop in water. This is Troop D's 30th fatal crash in 2020.
More than $70,000 worth of stolen items have been recovered in Dallas County. Authorities responded to a residence on Almond Lane after receiving a tip. The residents gave permission for the property to be searched, and then the stolen items were discovered. It includes vehicles stolen from Ozark, Nixa, Springfield, and Webster County, a camper from Rolla, a vehicle and tools from Chestine Trucking, 2 flatbed trailers, and 2 box trailers.
Fellows Lake Marina posted on social media that it's been given permission to reopen tomorrow, asking that everyone still please practice social distancing. The marina also reminds everyone that all watercraft must have a 2020 city utilities permit in order to launch. Let's take a look now at what's coming up after daybreak.
Coming up, the coronavirus was spreading through the U.S. far earlier than we thought. How did thousands of cases go undetected? Plus, why this astronaut feels more isolated on Earth than she did in space. Coming up on CBS This Morning.
Tell you, when you get on Twitter and Google after a big sporting event when there's no sports for 2 months.
Oh, I bet
It's
people are excited.
Exactly. What do you see there? Everyone talking about the NFL draft. Joe Burrow goes first overall, but how about the Chiefs going last in the first round because they're the champs, Lauren, of course,
I'll
right?
take it.
They take LSU running back Clyde Edwards-Helaire. He's the only running back taken in this round, and he had 17 total touchdowns last year.
Can I put you on the spot with this and ask you a question about him?
Let's try.
So I found him on Twitter, and his handle is whatever, but it shows up as 22. That's just who he is on Twitter.
Okay.
There is a Chiefs player with 22, but it's not like a well-known name.
Yeah.
Thornhill, who's a safety.
Yeah.
Will this guy keep his 22 number?
There's big talk about that. Usually players pay other players to take their number.
Okay.
Do you know about this?
Yeah.
They do that in football or in all sports?
All sports. They pay, they give
do it in
Rolexes, they give
basketball a
gifts,
lot,
they do
right?
this stuff, yeah.
I just figured if it's his Twitter, then obviously it means a lot to him. His cover photo, too, is just of his back of his jersey that says
Really?
22.
We'll
So
have to see. That's interesting. Also, everyone's drafting at home. All these coaches are huddled around computers and desks and pads of paper. Not Arizona Cardinals coach Cliff Kingsbury. This is his picture tweeted out of him drafting right now.
Can I live there?
That's his mansion. He's got 3 computers. He's good. He's got a big screen. And he's got a football field in his backyard.
Is that a tennis? What is that? A tennis court? A football field?
That's a football field, and then that's like a hot tub behind that.
And like an outdoor kitchen.
Oh, guys.
Can we finish quarantine there? I would
no.
be okay staying at home.
I want to
Oh,
get in.
yeah.
I wanted to get into coaching and buy that place.
Seriously.
That's what I want to do.
Man.
My goodness.
What do you
All
have
right.
for us here right now?
We'll have some showers and storms out there today. Be careful for some stronger, severe storms and then clouds on Saturday.
All right, Sunday's your pick for the weekend, right?
Yes.
Okay, thanks for starting off your weekend with us. Take a look at that beautiful sunrise.